Hello. I was going to say good morning then, but it's not good morning, it's good evening. Hello. Welcome to our card class. We're going to be doing a fancy fold, I think you would call it. I did it at Lincoln Land this week, actually over the 2 weeks. It took us 2 weeks to get it done. So I'm not going to go through the whole card with you, but I am going to show you how to do the construction of it. Hi Lorraine, how you going? Now, I did a live last night with my team and my comments weren't showing, so I'm really hoping that the comments will be showing on tonight's, otherwise I'm going to have to hook up with my iPad as well. So welcome. If you're going to be playing along with me, all you need is a piece of A4 Whisper White cardstock and a piece of 8.5 this way by 28 that way. So if you're going to be playing along with me, that's all you need for cardstock, so you can finish creating your cards in your own leisure and then come back and show me. You'll need your trimmer, so a nice big one, or you can, one that's got a scoring blade on it, or you can use your scoreboard. And you'll need a pair of scissors and some adhesive, and that will get you the mechanism for the card, and then you can make the rest of it on your own. Hey, I have got comments. Yay! Hi Jennifer, thank you so much. I was just saying, last night I did a live and I didn't have any comments, so I updated my app, and there's a few new features which is really cool. I think the most exciting one is, check this out. This is my room normally, and then there's this little button and it's like, whoa, extra lighting. How cool is that? So I was really excited about that. It might not mean much to anyone else, but I was quite excited about that. So just before we get started, while we wait for a few more to drop in, I just want to say that tomorrow and in the next couple of days is going to be Stampin' Up! Overload. Hi Leanne. Yes, I was thinking the time slot. I was thinking because I'm struggling to get everything done during the daytime, and I thought, you know, this time might suit you guys better as well, because if I struggle enough during the daytime, then I'm sure that most of you who are working will be struggling to get this watched in the daytime as well. So hi Amanda. So tomorrow morning, if you haven't heard, we have a new product coming out called the Stamparatus, and it is, hang on 2 seconds, I tried to clean up some of my stuff behind me, but I didn't succeed, so excuse me while you look at my mess behind me while I get my sheet out. We are getting this awesome new product called a Stamparatus. Now, you've probably seen other ones on the market, but this one is going to be super duper, because as you can see, there's not one. Now, I have to say, I have not used any other ones. I have not even used one of these, so I can't comment on the other ones, but this has got the board, and it's a magnetic board, and you got your 2 little magnets, and they actually, the magnets have got little cubbies underneath them where they can sit, and you don't, oh, look at my face there, you don't lose them. But it's got not one, what do you call these things? Should I call it an arm? I don't know what to call them. Folder, flap, I don't know. But you've got 2 of them. So this actually lends you to a 4-step stamping, because these plates actually come out of, I don't know whether any of these show them, but you can actually lift them out and flip them over, and you can actually move them down the hinge, so that if you stamp flap, okay, that'll do. So if you've got like a long piece and you want to cover it, like if you've got a banner or something like that, you can actually take these out and move them down or across, and you've got evenly spaced stamps. So this is going to be such an amazing tool. It's $85, which I asked Amanda, and she said that she actually thought that these were going to be a lot more. So because I've got no idea, because I haven't even gone looking for one. So apparently that's a really good price. Now, the thing is that you can't purchase one straight away, but you can reserve one. And there's going to be 3 different windows starting tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. And word on the street is that they're probably going to fill up really quickly. So there's going to be 3 windows, but they can only make a certain amount of them in each window. Okay, so they don't want the, and the reason why they're doing it this way is because they don't want them to go not just into back order, but you know, the manufacturer not being able to keep up with them, and they want to get it released and into your hands and into my hands a whole lot quicker than waiting for the annual catalogue. So starting tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time, so 7:30 if you're in South Australia, you need to go to my online store or your Demonstrator and sign into your customer account. And then there's bound to be, because we haven't actually seen it, so we don't know the whole process ourselves, but there is bound to be a link or a banner or something that says, get your Stamparatus here, and then you just go through the process of reserving it. So you need to pop your credit card details in when you reserve it, but it doesn't get charged until you get notified, I think it's February. They will come into the warehouse and you will get an email being notified that your Stamparatus is ready to ship, and then you can go in, and because it's $85 and Celebration will be on, you can add to your order and scoop up some Celebration items. And let me tell you, those Celebration items are pretty good this year. So that's the first main thing, okay? That starts tomorrow. Now the second major thing that is happening is on the 20th, which I think is a Monday, I think. If I did my maths right, 17, it must be Monday. We are having an online extravaganza for a sale. So it's going to go for a week, so the 20th to the 26th. And on the 20th, they are having a 24-hour flash sale on some stamps. And then for the rest of the week, it'll be select items at 10 to 40% off. So I will get my blog post updated after I've gone through the process of doing the Stamparatus, so I'll organise that beforehand and get the list up and to let you know exactly what's going to be on special. So that's very, very exciting. Oh, who's got a sad face? Who put a sad face up? I don't know who did that. I might be lagging a little bit too. Somebody might have been sad facing for something else. Oh dear. Okay, so let us get into our card. We are going to be making, you guys have probably made one already, but I have not made one. And it is one of those twist and pop cards. I think that was what they're called. Twist and pop, pop and twist, twist and something. So that's what we're going to be creating. So if you are playing along with me, and I don't know whether there is anybody, but you need an A4 sheet of paper, Whisper White cardstock, sorry, not piece of paper. And you need a piece 8.5 this way by 28 that way. Okay, so, and you need your trimmer or a scoreboard, a pair of scissors, and some adhesive. So we're just going to be creating the construction, and then I'll show you one that I have finished, and then you can create your cards and then share them with me when you're finished, because I'm actually going to create mine a little bit differently. I want to, the one that I made is pretty girly, so I want to make it a little bit more of a fun card. So let us get started. I am going to swing, oops, sorry, I'm going to swing us around. Wait a minute. Swing us around. I think I've tightened up my stand here, and I need to loosen it up again. Okay, now, how much light have I got going on? Okay, I think I'm going to stand and do this because it gets a bit tricky. Put my little jumper straps away. I've got my cup of tea here, so excuse me for a moment. Okay, so if you're not playing along and you want to write down your measurements, go for it. If you've never made one before. So the first thing, because I have to admit, We started this at Link and Learn 2 weeks ago, and I had to ask if anybody had instructions for one. So thankfully, Vanessa Webb was able to help me out, and nothing like being prepared half an hour before you go to class. Okay, so what I'm doing first is just cutting 1 centimetre off the short edge and 1 centimetre off the long edge. If I can get it lined up. I think I'm a little bit crooked. Okay. Now, I'm going to leave that cutting score right at the bottom because I know what'll happen. I'll end up cutting my card instead of scoring it, because that's just me. Okay, so now we need to fold it in half and try and be fairly precise. So we need to fold it in half short side. So if you're out there, say hello. I need to make sure that my comments are still working because they weren't working for me last night. Okay, so we're going to score that, okay, and then we're going to open it up and we're going to fold and score it in the opposite direction. Okay, so we need to have that fairly precise. Now, okay, so we've got that going on. I've got my instructions written down too. Hi everyone, hi Kelly. Okay, so now what we want to do is score the short side at 5 centimeters. Okay, making sure that's nice and straight. Making sure that I've got the scoring part and not the other one. Okay, and then we're going to swing it around and we're going to score again at 5. Okay, so that's fairly easy to remember. Hello Nicole, hello Belinda. Okay, so I've scored, I folded, scored at 5, turned it around, scored at 5. Now along the long side, we're going to pop it in and score it at 10 centimeters. And then the next part will probably be quite boring, so you guys can chat. So score and swing it around and score at 10 again. Okay, so that's, I think, all I need for my scoring tool. So put that aside. Now this will probably get boring, so you guys can chat to me while I'm just cutting this out. Because what I need to do now, and I'm hoping that you can see it. I've got the glare of my fluoro above me. I'm cutting out, you can see from the score line and there is a rectangle. So I'm going to cut out each of those rectangles to point, but that's not very straight. This is what happens when you do it on. I'm actually going to take a little wedge off of that one. That's not very straight at all, girly. Okay. See, when you're doing it on your own, you can actually, and you could even use your trimmer to do this. But can you believe I still get, yeah, I know, why am I using my trimmer? Because you know what, I would probably stuff it up. Somehow I would manage to stuff it up. So, but look at it. I mean, I get the shapes and I'm in my room, I'm in my craft room, doing my happy little thing, and I still get the nervous. Ooh, okay. So you guys be a whole lot neater. And you know what? In true me style, I would end up stuffing it up. But you know what? I have not got any ink, so I cannot make a mess. I cannot make a mess tonight. I can cut the wrong thing, I can score the wrong thing, but I cannot make a mess. Okay, so I've cut out all the rectangles and tapered these little bits in. Okay, so I know, but you know, you still get nervous because I don't know whether it's worse when you're doing it like this because you feel like you're talking to yourself and you think, oh, the family can hear me talking to myself. Okay, so I'm hoping that you can see all of this now, because what I need to do is bring this fold line here lining up with this one, okay, and it needs to run all the way down. So when I do that, and I'll bring it on the table in a second, that has to run all the way down, and you don't worry about what's going on the side over here. Hi Sandy. Don't worry about what's going on the side over here, just as long as that is one nice long parallel line. Excuse me if I get my noggin in the way, because if that doesn't run smoothly, then the rest tends not to run smoothly. Okay, so you just want to fold that down. Don't worry about what's going on here because they will not line up. Okay, so give that a score. And then you want to do the same with this flap over here, that fold, back up into this one here. And once again, don't worry about what's going on over here. But what should happen is that at this point here, all your lines will meet. Okay, now I felt that skew-iff as I was folding that. So, and I'll show you, hopefully you can see all my fold lines there. You can see that they all open up to be a point. That's how you know that you're right. So you will end up with little triangles here. Don't worry about any of them, but that doesn't matter. What matters is these lines across here. Okay, so we have now got our folding apparatus when it wants to fold. There we go. Okay, so you can see them folding in and then that folding down, and then you've got that shape there. And mine is really out of whack. Check that out. Look how out of whack that is. So I'm just going to force it. Just going to fiddle it a little bit until it gets to where I need it to be. And that's okay. We can do that. Just give it a little loving push. So now it all lines up. So, and I've still got my mechanism working. Okay, so that's the first part of our card. So have you guys made these before? I swear, I'm always the last one to try these things. Excuse me, I've just got a tickle in my throat. I'll have a sip of my cup of tea. So who's given these ones a try? I'd be interested to know. Cool, Nicole has. Of course Nicole has. Nicole's onto everything straight away. Okay, so now we've got our piece that's 85 mil, 8.5 centimeters. I always work in millimeters. 8.5 by 28. And we want to score this every 7. Okay, so at 7, at 14. I'm the last one to try everything, and then because I'm lazy, I'm just going to swing that around instead of opening up the arm. Pop that in. Sweet cupcakes. Well, I'll show you what I did. It didn't turn out really the way I had envisioned it, but anyway. So now we want to make a W. So we're going to fold that. Where's my bone folder? We're going to fold that, and then these ones come in that way. Oh, look, and I've really done that well too. Okay. So we want a W. Okay, we don't want an M, we want a W. Francis, I am making one of those pop and twist cards. So welcome. We want a W. So we've got our mechanism happening here. So we've got that all working, and now it's time to pop this in. And you know what? I reckon I might stick it in my other card too. So now when it comes time to putting this one in, we don't want to stick it like that because that's not going to work. We want to stretch everything out nice and flat again, and we want to have these lines, remember these ones, and that center W all lined up nice and straight. And then when you fold that, you've got a little rectangle up here, and you want to put your tape just like there's a score line across here. So it's hard with it all being white. And a twist and pop. So we want to put adhesive just in that top area there. Okay. I hope that was right. And then on the other side, we're going to fold that in and we're going to put it on the bottom section there. Oopsie. Okay, and then open that up. And then that is the base of the card all done. So if you just give it a little loving fold. Oh, this is a good one to get into, Francis. A good card to get back into it. It's fun. So you have got that going on. Look how easy that is. I'm just going to grab a piece of card, so hang on a moment. Oh, you know what? I want cherry cobbler, but I haven't got any cherry cobbler. I think, because I want to colour in. I want to colour in with my blends, but I've only got real red, so real red's going to have to do, hey. Got my falling over. Hope you didn't hear my hip crack. All right, so I'm just going to cut that down long ways. So, excuse me and my squeaky trimmer. Wow, that's really squeaky tonight. And then we want to just fold that in half. So that's an A4 just cut down long ways. And give that a fold. And then we would just want to glue that in. So what we'll do is, I should go slower. Oh dear, I've hooked up. There we go. That's better. So just putting some runner on that. Okay, so the easiest way to get them in is to line it up. That's why it pays to give it a nice little loving twist to get it lined up properly. Oh man, that stuff's tight. And then you just want to put that down and then give it a flip over and do the same thing. Sticky, sticky. Who uses the fast fuse? Who scored heaps of fast fuse in that last special? Not me. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to give that a loving little go that way. And then all you have to do is remove your fingers and close it up. Oh, Renee hasn't made one either. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not the last one. I usually am. Okay, so then, ta-da! There is your twist and pop. I want to make this one. I want to make that one with the Santa one. You know the Santa who's hanging out all the clothes? I've got him beside me somewhere. I can't remember, but that's what I want to do. I want to have him, I want to have all his clothes strung out and have him perhaps here somewhere or something. So, yeah. Here we go. So that is really cool. So I want to show you that I'm going to finish that off. Obviously, I'm not going to do it here because it'll take me forever. But this is what we did. Okay, now I'm a little bit embarrassed when I open it actually because it didn't turn out the way I actually wanted it to. So I've used the Watercolor Christmas because I love the script. Love, love, love the script on that. It's just so, like, you know, that font is very in at the moment, isn't it, with all the lettering and stuff coming on. And I've actually, I don't know whether you can catch it, but I've actually put Wink of Stella. You can just catch it there. I've painted Wink of Stella over the top of it. Okay, and then I have also used the snowflakes from Colourful Seasons. So I've used the snowflakes, and I've also used the die to cut out all these gorgeous snowflakes. Now, the colour scheme, I got a catalogue from Target the other day, and did you see the Christmas tree? That, oh, I was like, that's it, I'm running out, I'm buying a whole new, I want a white Christmas tree, and I want, it had the 3 colours. Actually, I think it had our Bermuda Bay, it had our blush, what's this one? Blushing Bride, and it had silver, and I was like, right, that's it, I'm making my card out of that. So I chose to put a belly band around it because it's such a thick card, and I have to say, it didn't turn out, my insides didn't turn out the way I actually wanted it to, okay? So it looks like snowflakes have been vomited all over my card, but, so there's my card. So I've got Season of Cheer at the top, and see, they're a bit of a mess. They looked good when they were in single panels, but now they just look like someone's gone, bleh, there you go. And a space down the bottom for you to write your sentiment. I'm actually thinking of coming along and putting in some diamante, like some rhinestones in the centers of each one, just to make it not so like it's just been. So anyway, you know what I mean. So that's the way it turned out. So it's nice to decorate each of the panels, and of course leave a space down the bottom for you to write to whoever you're going to send it to. So, and it just folds up. Now, I must say, if you're going to do these, just beware of where you place them, because if you hang them down too far or over the edge, when you close your card, some of them can actually hang out the bottom. So if you're doing snowflakes and stuff, just be careful. So that is my card, and you can see I didn't even pop out all the bits and pieces. It sort of look like it's been embossed as well, because that's what those ones look like. So I think I love it. I love the mechanism now. So now I've got to make more. And they're not that hard. Not very hard at all. And they're a nice thick weighty card. I don't know how you would display one on your mantle, but you could just sit there and open and close it all the time. So that could be fun. So just something a little bit fun. Okay, so that is it. So if you have a go at making one, please do come back and share it with me, because I think they're awesome, and I need to jump on the bandwagon more often when these things come around. Okay, so don't forget, tomorrow, if you're wanting a Stamparatus, I suggest you jump on very, very quickly. Here they are again. I suggest you jump on very, very quickly online in the morning, 8 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time. Oh, Rochelle, the replay will be on straight away, and I'll also pop it on YouTube as well. So hello if you're watching from YouTube, and if you're watching the replay. But yes, 8 AM on the 17th, jump on, reserve your Stamparatus. You don't have to pay for it yet. You don't have to pay for it until February. You can say, I need this for Christmas, and they don't even have to pay for it until February. You know, you don't get it until February. You don't get it for Christmas, but I do. I will get one. This was actually developed by a Leader to Leader program, and there was a team of demonstrators from all over, and we got to have a little bit of input in it. So I actually get to get one quicker, and I know Nicole gets one quicker too. Okay, so thank you very much. I don't think I need to come back and chit chat to you with my face again, do I? I don't think so. Enjoy, run off and make one, and if you didn't catch all the instructions, the replay will come on straight away, and you can write all the instructions down, and I think they're fairly easy. If I will probably try to write some brief ones anyway, and perhaps pop them somewhere where everyone can find them. So maybe on my blog, maybe when I get around to blogging this and putting the video on my blog, I will put the instructions on there as well. So thank you very much. Thanks for joining me. And if this worked really well, if this is a really good time slot for you, let me know. And our 8 o'clock time slot in the evening might be a regular thing. So let's hope so. Cool. Okay, thanks everyone. Thanks for joining me. See ya.